Turning back to business now, and power of a different kind. Batteries have come a long way since we popped them into the end of a flashlight. They power cars, phones, books, and there's interest in home energy systems. Electrovaya, a company based in Mississauga, Ontario, has been gaining traction with its lithium-ion batteries. Since May, the company has seen its stock rise more than 300%. Gitanjali DasGupta is Vice President of Operations for Electrovaya. So tell us, first of all, what's been driving investor interest in your company?
Well, I think worldwide, everybody is looking for solutions, and batteries and energy storage in general really enables new technologies to come to the market. It's already transformed consumer electronics. You can see it starting to transform passenger vehicles with Tesla and others. It's starting to transform and enable and make possible renewable energy and home applications, so renewable home energy storage and a host of other applications.
But when the stock just sort of takes off like
Yes.
that, usually there's a trigger. So what was it that sparked the interest?
Well, over that 6-week period, I think we had announced about $470 million worth of sales. So our business development team, which is relatively small, has been going out, and they gave a new product that we had just announced to 5 early adopters. Chosen because they were industry leaders in each of their segments. So Electrovaya focuses on e-mobility, broadly defined, and the emerging smart grid market. So we've given 5 vertical industry leaders a chance to test and try out our product. These are really competitive bidding processes because they evaluate the biggest and the best worldwide. And so 4 out of 5 of them have already said yes. So over that 6-week period, we announced a new product with $470 million in just 4 announced company partner sales.
Okay, so now when we talk about the uses of your batteries, you mentioned immobility and smart grid. So can you just explain sort of in layman's terms, what does that mean?
So e-mobility, when we normally think of transportation, we think of the vehicles you and I drive. So on-road, highway vehicles, things like Tesla. So Electrovaya focuses on that market, but there's a much broader market to be had there. Buses, for example. Paris is looking to transform its entire fleet of buses, and a lot of other cities across Europe, Asia, and some of North America as well. Or you can look at transportation in airports, off-road applications, in parks, in golf courses, or inside large plants or distribution centers, the Nestle's of the world, for example. So forklifts of all things.
Right, right. Now it's a family business, I understand.
My dad co-founded the company, but it is a publicly traded company with a lot of different shareholders, so listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange.
But your dad started the company.
My dad started it along with another co-founder, Jim Jacobs, and the two of them actually downtown Toronto over at the Queen and Liberty Village area, what's now the Shishi area of town. Back then was the cheapest rent, and there were a lot of tech and media startups at that time.
And he was an engineer, is that right?
He's an electrochemist, and the other co-founder, Jim Jacobs, is a solid-state physicist.
All right, so just tell us a little bit about lithium-ion batteries and what is special about them.
What makes Electrovaya's battery particularly special is it offers customers 2 things: unparalleled safety and a longer cycle life.
Yeah, well, now when you say safety, I think I've heard that at one point they were made with quite toxic chemicals, right?
Yes, so another piece of what makes Electrovaya special, and I think is really part of what makes Canada special. The fact that we got started in downtown urban Toronto meant that we couldn't have toxic materials and toxic solvents coming in and out of the building every week. Of course, at that time, we were just down the street from a coffee roaster, a bread company, but of course, most importantly, a microbrewery that we all love. So having that makes bad neighbors. It's something that nobody in Canada wants to be a part of. So Electrovaya did away with that at the earliest stages of the companies. And even today, Electrovaya is the only non-toxic manufacturer of lithium-ion batteries worldwide.
And now you were telling me during the commercial break that your company purchased a large German plant.
Yes, last year Electrovaya started its transformation. We now have our own giga plant located in eastern Germany. This was originally built and set up by Daimler and Evonik, so two of Germany's largest multinational companies. So Electrovaya purchased that company and transformed it last year. So right now, this is our transition period, really, as we finally launch our newest products, complete the integration of those two companies, and make our products available worldwide. So before we didn't have scale. With the acquisition of this mini giga plant, we now do.
Yeah, I mean, compared to like a Tesla, Electrovaya obviously is very, very small. Who are your biggest competitors? Like, how crowded is that field?
There's not too many companies in the marketplace because it's so specialized. You do need, that plant in Germany was built with $1 billion of Daimler and Evonik's original cash. So you do need a lot of money to invest to build a giga plant. So Electrovaya, in that sense, competes against Tesla, LG, Samsung, and NEC.
Right. And how do you see the future shaping up?
Oh my gosh. Well, business development is going flat out. So operations on my side really looking to keep up. So always working on the talent war in terms of finding the best and brightest, because it's going to be an exciting roller coaster ride of growth and hyper growth going forward.
All right. Well, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.